All right. So Coteaux du Giennois.
Yeah.
Like,
Where's that?
where is it? What is that? I know it's in the Loire.
It sure is.
Like,
So,
just nothing.
Coteaux du Giennois is right in the centre, the center Loire, the centre Loire.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, it's a small appellation that sits right opposite Sancerre, but on the north side of the Loire. Sancerre is on the south side. You cross the river, and you're in Giennois.
Okay.
Right there. So you're looking across the river at Sancerre.
Mm-hmm.
And it's remarkably similar to Sancerre. It shares all the same geological profiles. So you're going to find limestone, you're going to find clay, you're going to find flint in the soil.
Yeah.
But Sancerre, is a well-known appellation. It's essentially a brand name appellation at this point.
Yeah.
And there's not ever going to be any more of it, because every single hectare of Sancerre that can be planted is planted.
Yeah.
3,000 hectares.
Yeah.
We are at the limit. Like, it's never going to grow beyond where it is.
Yeah.
And in the Giennois, there's it's a fraction of the plantable land is actually planted with vines. A little over 200 hectares planted.
Wow.
And
so that's a small appellation.
I think I have that right anyway.
How much land does Clement and Florian Berthier?
Yep.
How much land do they?
The Berthiers farm 30 hectares total, with 22 in the Giennois.
Okay.
And then they have a bit of Sancerre, they have a bit of Puy-Fumé.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the wine that they make. This is it. This is the core of the estate. It's the flagship wine of the estate. And it's a great example, I think, of the full potential of the appellation.
Mm-hmm.
It sources, they're farming vines in those limestone soils, in those clay marne soils, and in those flint soils, to make sort of to give you the full range, the full cross section of what the Giennois is all about.
Yeah.
But not only are they farming really well, they're certified organic, but they pick quite late. When I first met Clement,
this has texture and like depth and creaminess that I don't associate with Sancerre, that I don't usually associate with Sauvignon Blanc. I actually love Sauvignon Blanc. I love Sauvignon Blanc. I feel like Sauvignon Blanc, there's all these wide expressions of it, and I've had some that are really deep and textural, and at the same time like spicy and stuff. And this is more complex. It's got these really cool, like really pretty herbaceous sort of like sunny aromatics.
So yeah, the farming they're doing is great. They're really thinking about everything they can do to mitigate the effects of climate change as the earth warms up, whether it's reducing the amount of tilling that they do of the soil and really relying on a cover crop to fix water and fix nutrients and nitrogen. Besides the fact the cover crop keeps the ground cooler, but also raising up the trellising. Like their rognage is higher than it used to be because it creates shade for the fruit to allow phenolic development without necessarily having the sugar like spiking because the grapes are getting blasted by the sun.
Lees contact on this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Like on the lees, minimum like 8 months. They're very, very patient. A lot of inexpensive Loire Sauvignon Blanc is rushed to market, like bottled in January, beginning of February, and as often as not, what you get green flavors and you get acidity, and there's no terroir. And this is a wine of, like, as you said, there's a lot of textures, a lot of like natural like richness to this wine without it feeling clunky or heavy. But yeah, this is so like
beautifully made. Malolactic fermentation, partial malolactic, like because it's still got so much acidity, but it's creamy at the same time, and like
sometimes
depth and relaxed.
Sometimes they're not pushing mallow, but if it happens, it will happen.
Okay.
It does. So it's vintage to vintage, I would say.
All right. So it's vintage to vintage, and is it sometimes like some tanks go through mallow?
I think it's very much
so
like
it ends up sort of being like okay.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense based on how it tastes. That's great.
It's fucking delicious. Excuse my language. Sorry.
That's okay.